your husband.
This is a dance for all the lovers, taking a chance for one another. Finally, it's our time now. Because of you, love is a battlefield. Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. So call me maybe. But as long as you are with me, there's no place I'd rather be. And I don't wanna love somebody else, 'cause all of me loves all of you. Forever. 'Cause you be in my heart. And I'll write your name 4 or 5 seconds from love and sex and magic. But I need to tell you something.
We here at Lovercall like to remind our listeners that Lovercall is solely for the student body.
The topics on the show pertain to love, sex, and relationships and are intended for mature audiences only.
Lovercall is not suitable for children or those who are not comfortable with these topics.
Conversations on Lovercall can be blunt and very descriptive, but we would like to remind our hosts to keep their language to a minimum and speak in scientific terms when necessary.
Listeners who choose to participate on Lovercall either through Facebook, text message, or email will be kept confidential unless they choose to give a name.
We will not ask for any information besides the topics discussed.
The hosts of Lovercall are not professionals and are not trained to give credible advice on certain issues.
However, we are fellow students living through the same experiences listeners might be.
Lovercall supports safe sex and healthy relationships, and in no way do we advocate actions that might lead to unhealthy situations.
Remember that we're all here for fun and take what we say with a grain of salt.
So sit back, relax, and throw your inhibitions out the window.
It's time for Lovercall.
Welcome to Lovercall, Fredonia's award-winning late-night radio show on love, sex, and relationships. Normally, I would say, here on WDVL 89.5, Fredonia's award-winning streaming station, which is true tonight.
It is still true.
However, we are also on WCVF 88.9, the campus and community voice of Fredonia, because it is Radiothon.
Yay!
We are at the halfway mark of our 24 hours of live radio. We've had a fun first 12 hours.
Mm-hmm. It's been pretty good.
Yeah, it's been great. Going to keep going, of course, all through the night and into the morning until noon tomorrow. Well, I guess today now.
That's true.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. It's the next day.
So if you happen to be tuning into Lovercall for the first time, first of all, welcome.
Mm-hmm.
This is an anonymous show. We have code names here. I am the quarterback, for example. And we air on WDVL every Wednesday night. Usually it's a 2-hour show from 10 p.m. to midnight. Tonight, though, for the interest of time and purposes of Radiothon, we have a 1 hour, and it's a little bit of a unique special.
Yes.
We do a lot of things. We talk in depth about all things related to love, sex, and relationships, and we'll sort of dabble on that a little bit tonight. But yes, anyways, without further ado, I am the quarterback. I am 21 years old, although now that it is the month of May, it's my birthday month.
Really?
Not only my birthday month.
I was going to say, it's also my birthday month.
Oh.
My birthday's on Tuesday.
I was going to say, yours is a lot sooner. Mine is at the end of the month.
Oh, that actually makes me really sad.
But yes, isn't that crazy?
We're not going to go out for your birthday, and that makes me really sad.
I know. Well, we can still.
We can still go. We'll figure it out.
We'll find out.
We'll figure it out.
But yeah, so I am a senior. I identify as a man. I use he, him pronouns. My sexual orientation is straight. And my fun fact, I have 2 fun facts.
As always.
My first fun fact is that although it may seem like I am dreaming and it feels like it's not possible, the Buffalo Sabres are going to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs for the first time since 2007.
Life is so good.
The last time the Sabres advanced past the first round of the playoffs, Lovercall was 1 year old.
Wow. Yep. And now it's
Lovercall
20.
was in its second year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now Lovercall
its
can
first
almost
full
drink.
year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, we did just celebrate our 20th anniversary special. We had a bunch of alums come back last week.
So
it was super cool.
It was nice.
It was awesome. It was great. Yeah. But yeah, so that's one of my fun facts. My other fun fact, so yesterday I was up in Buffalo just kind of bebopping around, doing a handful of things
as one does.
As I do. And my last stop was at Wegmans in Orchard Park because I needed to buy some Loganberry. And I turned down the Loganberry and soda aisle. And who do I see? Bumblebee already knows the story. And who do I see but the man, the myth, the legend, Ross Salino.
What?
I saw the Salino of Salino and Barnes fame.
R.I.P. Barnes.
The R.I.P. Barnes. The Salino. I saw him in Wegmans yesterday.
I would freak out.
I swear on everything. I saw him.
Oh my gosh. That reminds me. Me and my sister have the same reaction to celebrities where we see them and we go, we have to walk away because we get so nervous.
I couldn't believe it.
I can't. I would have walked out of that aisle. I would have been like, I can't look.
I was like staring at the Sprite and Orange Crush, trying not to bust out laughing.
Like, I love your work.
I was like, there's no way Ross Salino was right
That's
here.
crazy.
I left Wegmans and immediately texted my mom, my girlfriend, who many of you may know is the electrician. And I texted another group chat that I have. I was like, guys, I just saw Ross Salino at Wegmans.
That's crazy.
And, I was freaking out. I was freaking out.
I would too.
I know where the Ross Salino shops gets his groceries.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my
it was
gosh.
awesome. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know how to top that, but hi, I'm the musician. I am 23, soon to be 24 in like a couple days, which is crazy to me. I am a super senior. I am gender fluid. My pronouns are they, she. My sexual orientation, I really don't know. And my silly fun fact is I've had a week. I have had a past, a crazy, oh my gosh, how long has it been? It's been like a week. It legitimately has been a week. I have had a crazy week full of ups and a ton of downs, but we are so back and we are better than ever, and I am so excited. Life is so good. But we do have somebody in the booth.
We do. I am Bumblebee. I am 20, sophomore. Gender, I don't know, but I use all pronouns, and I'm a passionate pansexual. And my silly fun fact that I just had to think of is thinking in the moment, I have been on the news 3 times.
Wow.
What?
Twice was because my family like really loves Halloween and we do a big setup.
You've talked
awesome.
about this.
Yes.
When I was younger, I did a art charity, and
cool.
I forget how much we raised, but we bought like cows and chickens and stuff.
That's awesome.
Facebook, and it was really fun.
That's sick.
That is so cool. I love that.
I love that too. That's amazing.
Oh, it's great. I should have said part of the reason that I was in Buffalo bebopping around was because I had to go buy the sauces.
I gotta start using
for Hot Ones.
I love that. I gotta start using bebopping around.
Yeah, it was fun. We had some fun on Hot Ones at 5 o'clock.
I was here.
It was cool.
It sounded so
it was fun. It was awesome.
Oh my god, I felt so bad. I'm here. They're like, I don't want to use the milk. I was like, you should.
We also got this thing. So we had our 6 different wing sauces, and we also got this thing that was called the Toe of Satan.
That's scary.
Yeah, it was a lollipop that registered 9 million on the Scoville scale.
Wow.
For context, the hottest sauce we had on Hot Ones, like Grim Reaper level, it was literally called Mr. Pain.
Mr. Pain?
Yes, that was about 2 million Scoville.
Oh, wow. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, the lollipop, it was, we kind of, a couple of us took turns, like we took like the smallest lick, and your tongue would sting for 15 minutes.
Oh my god, I couldn't do it.
After that, we actually got pizza and we started putting it on the sauce.
Oh!
And like
How was it?
Mr. Pain.
There were some people who tried the Mr. Pain. I saw them like walking around being like, why would you do this? Why would you let me do this?
It says something like, what is it? It says like annihilate your taste buds or something like that.
My taste buds are already annihilated.
I'm
I
like,
had too much sour candy one day, and now my taste buds are permanently scarred.
Yeah.
It hurt.
We
it
had
still hurts.
one person, we're going to call them TNT, where they like put it all over. They only got that. They're like, I can't handle spice. They put it on. Oh my god.
What? Oh my gosh.
Like, they had to go and get milk because of it.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, because water makes it worse.
Water does make it worse. Milk
And
makes
so
it
does
better.
soda.
So does soda. Yeah.
Soda.
Anyways, so the purpose of tonight's episode, what we usually do on Lovercall, a small part of our show, one of our several segments that we usually do, is called Lover Callers. And every week or I should say every other week, every week that the leader prints, the three of us hosts write a column. It's called Lover Column.
Yes.
And in each column, you can find a QR code that you can scan. It takes you to a Microsoft form where you can tell us your code name, tell us your pronouns, and ask us any sort of question related to love, sex, or relationships, or tell us any situation that you might be going through that you need advice on. And we always talk about how we are not experts in this this field at all. But we're fellow college students who may have either gone through something similar in the past or maybe currently going through something similar. So for tonight, because, again, we usually use that form for our Wednesday episodes because we were a little bit out of rhythm.
Yes.
We wanted to make sure that we had plenty of Lover Callers. So naturally, I turned to the wonderful world of Yik Yak.
Ah, yes.
Which is always delightful. And I did actually get 4 responses.
Okay. That's good.
Do we have any on the forum for tonight?
Not that
Yeah.
I see,
That's okay.
unfortunately.
Honestly, if y'all
That's
are
all right.
listening and you want to submit them
Yeah.
still,
Please.
so we can read them, please do
Absolutely.
it. If you have a copy of the leader, the QR code isn't. We just
Yep.
talked about it. The QR code is in the leader, so just scan
Yeah.
it, send us a Lover Caller, and we will read it live on air.
And I should say that the QR code is also available on the FRS website. You can find it underneath the Lover Call tab. If you scroll down, it shows all the legacy shows. Lover Call is there.
Yeah.
You can click on it. You can also play some self-love bingo.
Oh, that was a fun one.
Throwing it back to an episode we did a while
God,
ago.
that was
we did self-love bingo. That was
a year ago.
awesome. Yeah, it was fall 2024, I think, right?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
I like that one.
That was fun.
I was proud of that.
That was fun.
Wow.
That was That was you've heard of BC. That was BB before Bumblebee.
That was BB. Oh,
That was the Radio Rebel days.
that was.
We love Radio Rebel.
I
They
miss you,
were,
Radio
they
Rebel.
were here last week.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, we had the OGs in town. We
I
had-
know that was crazy.
Yeah, we had the Mick,
Yes.
or Minx, We had Dirty Mick, Minx,
Yes.
and Alex. Not to be confused with Alex the Ace,
Yes.
Yeah.
who was the host 10 years ago. But yeah, it was awesome.
It was
fun.
super
And Electrician
cool.
was here too. It
An
was great.
electrician.
It was great.
Yes. Everybody was here. It was so nice.
It was so cool. Yeah. But anyways, so to dive into our Lover Callers,
Yes.
the first one, I'm going to read this one first because it made me laugh more than any of the
Okay.
others.
I'm excited.
Again, with Yik Yak, we don't really have code names or like pronouns, or it's
Yeah,
literally
no,
just the
it's
questions.
just what they give us.
So this was the first one. It says, should my boyfriend be watching Fortnite edit compilations?
Yes, I say that's okay. Personally,
In what context?
But, listen, if you're just watching them to watch them, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you guys are doing other stuff and
Yeah, that's
he's
probably not
watching the
good.
Fortnite edit compilations,
Yeah.
maybe not. I don't
Yeah.
know about that one. But just normally, I say,
If he's
people
like
like what they
watching him
like.
while he's eating lunch, there's nothing wrong with
you
that.
gotta
Like, yeah.
I love putting a
Why
good
not?
YouTube video on.
So do
during
I.
Lunch.
I've started to watch Bar Rescue during meals, and it's delightful.
What am I watching?
I love it.
I used to watch oh my gosh, what was it called? Temptation Island. Reality
Oh,
TV
okay.
is my like
Yeah.
it's my vice.
It's great. It's great.
But-
Last year, I always used to watch an episode of Reba with dinner every single
I
night.
remember.
And then I finished Reba and didn't know what to do with myself for a long time. I've started rewatching Friends a little bit. And it's
good.
this year I've most frequently watched Family Guy during dinner.
And that's real.
Yeah.
You know?
I actually just watched the newest, like the one that just came out last week.
What?
Yes, Family Guy is still on.
I did not even realize that
Yes,
Family
it
Guy was
is.
still up and
It is
running. I don't know
still-
why I thought it wasn't.
It is still going.
Well, it's good. Is the Simpsons is still going too, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's
this
been
Family
going
Guy
for a
episode
while.
was Peter and the guys were they were prepping for their colonoscopies together.
That's beautiful.
It's hilarious. It's so funny.
That's
I
actually so funny.
personally love to watch Kitchen Nightmares. Or
Kitchen
Yeah.
Nightmares is
like,
good.
Yeah.
I've been getting more into like bento boxes, like cute like bento boxes where like there's little sausages, like little squid. I like looking at that while I make food, and then like try to eat the same thing. Or I also like to binge read. So if I'm on a really good chapter, I try to find the audiobook, and like I just listen to it while I cook, mac and cheese.
That is one thing I need to get back into is reading.
I've been trying. So I'm doing this thing called tandem reading right now, which is where I have 2 books, but each book is happening at the same time. It's just in different places, like in the story. So what I do is I read a specific amount of chapters from one book, and then I go to the next book and I read a specific amount of chapters from that book.
Interesting.
And I go back and forth, so I get the story as it happens in both books.
What's the series? What's the
It's
book
the
name?
Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas.
Oh, okay.
It
I
is
read
really
the first one.
Honestly, it gets like real good in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But it's honestly like it's so fun. I love doing it, except I get not bored of it, but there's parts where I'm like, I can't keep reading this. I have to put this down. And it's crazy. But I love reading.
I love reading too. I use an app called Libby. And I kid you not, I have 7 books I'm trying to work through right now. I started it in February. As of then, I've read like at least like 57 different ones.
Wow.
And like, cause I take the weekend, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna sit down, listen to audiobooks, and then like read the book at the same time because I love physical media.
Yeah.
And it's just, I love it so much.
Yeah. But I also love like a good show, like you were talking about with Kitchen Nightmares, or like I was talking about this with I think you, Quarterback, and the Cowboy, where we were talking about how it's good to it's nice to watch a show that's not linear and like you don't have to watch episode after episode. You can kind of just skip through what you want to watch.
Yep, that's what I like about Bar Rescue.
Yes,
it's just you can watch literally whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not like if you watch an episode from like season 5, you're not gonna have a clue what's going on.
No,
you just watch a random episode. It's consistent.
Yeah,
I like it.
That's why I always like watching Family Feud, because like, you could just kind of yes, there is a little bit of linear, like because it's like new new families coming into it. But if you start, they still are like, well, this family's been here for like so and so weeks, like Jeopardy.
Yeah. Do you know about my Family Feud addiction?
No.
So yeah, I have a problem with Family Feud, and specifically Family Feud. You know how like the Game Show Network they'll air like 9 episodes in a row. Like they'll start at like 9:30 p.m. and they'll go through till like 3 a.m.
Absolutely.
There have been so many times where like if I am sitting down, it's especially if I'm like home on break.
Yeah.
And I watch one episode of Family Feud, I'm not turning the TV off until something else comes on at 3 o'clock.
Well, I get it, because you're like, well, because like I said, you're watching this family like go through, and you're like, oh, well, I have to see if they keep going.
I get so locked into Family Feud, and it's awesome.
I get it.
I want to be on Family Feud so bad. Anyways, you shouldn't. Don't shame your boyfriend for watching.
Don't shame your boyfriend for watching
Fortnite edit compilations. It's okay. It's all right.
You watch what you want to watch.
Exactly. So the next one. This one is actually a really good one. So this one came in about 2 hours ago. This was the most recent one. Mm-hmm. This is a really, really good question.
Real.
Or should I save this one for last? Because this is a phenomenal question.
Save it for last.
All right, we'll save this one for last. Okay. So the other 2 are kind of in the same vein.
Okay.
And they involve having sex and not reaching the pinnacle.
I see.
If you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah. As Amelia Perez, except she didn't say this one, said, I see.
That took me a second to get that.
I see.
I thought that was the doctor who said that.
Yes, it was the doctor who said it. It was not Amelia Perez. Amelia Perez wasn't even in that scene, which is crazy to me.
Oh my god. Oh, that movie was wow.
So that movie was. That movie was.
That movie was. But anyway, so
I meant GFG.
Yeah, this first one, GFG. This first one is talking about how their ex was not able to help them reach that.
Their full potential.
Yeah, and with the emoji that's like the sad, dejected face.
Oh.
And this is something that we've kind of talked about a lot.
Mm-hmm.
when we've talked about sort of the expectations
Mhm.
of a sexual relationship. You know, you're not going to reach that level
Mhm.
10 times out of 10.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes you just don't, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Hmm. I mean, I don't know the gender of this person.
Yeah, and we don't know the context either. Yeah.
But something that I learned at, I think it's the event, so I can say the full title. I think.
Oh, the I love the female orgasm event.
Yes. So
Yep.
we went to the I love the female orgasm event.
I hate that I missed that.
I was so sad when I didn't see you there. It was really good. But they talked about how sometimes when a woman can't reach their orgasm, it's because there are specific parts of them that are not stimulated enough.
Yeah.
And so finding what works for you is honestly something that is super important. And working on that yourself is
Yeah.
something, because if
Yep.
you are working on that yourself, you can go to your partner. And this is for everybody. If you work on that yourself, you can go to your partner and be like, hey, listen, this is what I like to do. If you want to do this for me, that would be great. Or maybe like you can try what I like to do, but like do it in a different way, something that makes you feel comfortable. So something like that too. Communication. Are the
Yeah.
two C's of Lovercall.
That's right. We talk about that a lot. Again, a constant of Lovercall. We talk about the importance of both consent and communication as
Absolutely.
just unbelievably important.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, here's the thing. You don't always have to reach orgasm in order for it to be a positive sexual
That's
experience.
very true.
Yeah. We had a couple of times, it was 2-3 years ago, we had Erica Rose, who was an intimacy coach, as a guest on, we brought her as a special guest on our show. And she talked a lot about that, about how if you are yawning, if you're quarterback, if
That's
you
real.
are in a sexual relationship
Mhm.
and you're actively making an effort to be vulnerable with
Mhm.
each other and you know, have those positive feelings with
Mhm.
each other, that's a great thing no matter how it ends, you know.
Absolutely.
Even if you don't reach, let's say, you know, if maybe neither of you reach orgasm, or maybe one person does and the other doesn't, you know, or it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. Sometimes it's very simple. Sometimes it's even simple biology. I mean,
Yes.
like so if anybody is there are certain types of medication
Yes.
that
absolutely.
can very severely alter your ability to do that. You know, like for example, if anybody is taking an SSRI, an anxiety medication,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that is something that can really inhibit your ability to reach orgasm. And it's not just SSRIs. There's a handful of
No,
medications.
there's there is a
that
lot.
It's a side effect. Yeah, and it could be something as simple as that. Sometimes it could be something like some sort of mental block.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's because in order to reach orgasm, that's putting yourself in a very vulnerable spot.
Absolutely.
And sometimes it's really scary to sort of let your guard down and be that vulnerable.
Absolutely.
You
like
know?
there's definitely times where like you know, you could, maybe it's not even like, maybe it's like you can orgasm like by yourself, but when somebody else does it to you, you're kind of a little shyer and you can't really open up. That's just something that does happen.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
it's totally okay. Like, and you know, I'm probably gonna be like harping communication like nonstop.
But
as long as you communicate that with your partner, and you know, I think the communication part is such an important aspect, honestly.
Yeah, communicating your wants and needs, communicating what works for your body, what doesn't work.
Yes.
Always communicating if anything happens that you're not comfortable with.
Yes, that is so important. Yeah. Having like a system, like the light system, or stuff like the, you know, stuff like that. That's something that's super important in the moment.
Yeah,
too.
and I'm glad you brought up the light system, which I love.
Yes.
I love the red, yellow, and green system. So these are things that a lot of times you would have like a red, yellow, and green list
Yes.
where I have got to stop yawning.
It's
Where
literally
12:30 in the morning.
You are okay.
Where
No, because now I'm
I'm not used to being on this late. We're usually done at midnight.
I know. Oh God.
But anyways,
Musician, no.
so
I gotta turn away.
they're dropping like
Oh, my
flies. But yeah, so your red, yellow, and green list is in the green category. You would list things that you are super comfortable with, absolutely down to do, things you really enjoy 100%.
Yes.
Yellow is for sort of things that maybe you've never done before but would be open to trying. Things that you're not sure if you would like or not, but you'd be willing to give it a shot. Things that would sort of, you're seeking to expand your comfort zone a little bit.
Yeah.
And your red list is things that you're absolutely under no circumstance are you comfortable with. And it's really great. Some people will actually, in relationships, some people will actually make the list and compare it with their partner because maybe there's something that is in the yellow category for both of you. And you can be like, let's give it a shot.
Might as well.
If you don't like it, never have to do it again.
Exactly.
And who knows,
If you
that
don't
could
like
help
it,
you get to completion.
absolutely.
Exactly.
It absolutely could. It absolutely could. Yeah.
Another thing is, two things I want to kind of suggest is more to, before you even start, it's good to have even if you don't really know the person that well or anything like that, it starts at least an hour in advance. Let's say you get upset. Let's say you guys have an argument. Sometimes it doesn't fully communicate well into being when you're intimate.
Yeah.
Doing something for example, the dishes or making it feel special an hour before it does. It sounds stupid, but it does genuinely help because it is physical, but it also is a little bit mental.
Oh yeah. For sure it's
And,
mental.
If you're not in the right headspace, then it just doesn't. It makes it so much harder to go to completion. So it might be that. Another thing I like to kind of mention is the use of using other things in when you're intimate. Let's say yes, there's techniques, but you can always use the help of something you buy at the store, like a toy.
Yeah, toys.
Or extra lubricant just to help you through that. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
Some people, they'll think it's kind of shameful. No, there's
absolutely
at least to me, there's nothing wrong with making your partner feel better.
Yeah, for sure.
No matter what, in a way.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
If there's something that's going to help, use it. You know,
Yeah.
use all of the tools that are available to you if that is something that you both are comfortable with.
It's an extension of you, not separate.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
you know what I haven't
That's
even
good.
I haven't thought about
That's
it like
good.
that. It is an
I
an
like that.
extension of you.
It really is.
Because you are the one using it.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah,
I
for
like
sure.
that.
I do like that.
I gotta use
Yeah.
that. I gotta say that more.
Anything else for this one?
No,
I think we're good.
I think we're good. The other one is one of the other ones before we get to our last one is it's very similar to this one. And it's someone saying I had sex twice with my ex-girlfriend and didn't orgasm once. Is that normal? In short, yes, very.
Absolutely.
Very.
Yeah.
Especially
yeah.
And that's the thing. So I don't know if this is, let's say were these the first two times that you ever?
That's true because
Had
that
sex.
also
Yeah.
plays a part.
But even if not, the first few times that you have sex with someone who you have not before, there's a lot of learning that's involved in that.
Absolutely.
And again, we talked about vulnerability, sort of having to let your guard down in order to put yourself in that position.
And yawn more.
I did it again.
No, No,
But
I
yeah,
can't let it go to me. I
you
can't.
know,
No,
it.
'cause that's gonna go to me.
That's gonna
No,
go to
I
you.
know, and that's gonna. Oh my gosh, I
Quarterback
can
needs
feel
to
it.
sleep, I guess.
Oh
I don't know.
no.
Quarterback's gonna be back here at 7:00 in the morning, which is
do
not
it.
that bad compared to some other years
That's true.
of Radiothon.
That's true.
I've had years where I've been here for Lovercall and I've stayed here until I've been going on air at like 5 a.m.
And shouts out to some people like High Fidelity
Oh
who
my
are like
gosh, High Fidelity is a
troopers
gamer.
and are staking it out.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh, I could not. I don't
Absolutely
know how. I couldn't
unreal.
do it.
They're
Unreal.
Going on like 12. Over
Yeah, going
12
on
hours and a
13,
half.
yeah.
They're beating
Yep.
their record.
Yep, going on 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane.
Just crazy. But yeah, it's I mean that's the fun of radio.
It is the fun of Radiothon.
But yeah, with this specific lover caller, it's actually a lot of times if you are for your first time ever, I would say it's actually much more common than not to not reach orgasm
Yeah.
that first time
I'm
or the
like-
first handful of times.
I was gonna say, I will speak from personal experience. I don't think it's like in my first couple of times. Honestly,
Me
not
neither.
even couple. It was
Yeah.
a good amount of times.
First handful.
where it
yeah,
just
it
did not happen.
it is a learning curve.
Yeah.
It takes time to fully realize what your wants and needs are, what their wants and needs are. My
And-
need is
and I
to
was
stop
gonna say,
yawning.
Something like too is it's not like sometimes it's more important like the emotional side like
Yes.
of it. Like for example, like there was one person like the first time I completed 7 times, but then like the second time not at all, and like both times were like both exactly like I was satisfied after.
Yeah.
Like and there's
Right.
you don't need to go to completion to have fun in the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely right.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 100% right on that. I think sometimes in sex it's too frequently thought of that you need to
Yeah.
reach orgasm or else it's like a failure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Which is definitely
I was
not
gonna
the
say it is
case.
so not true.
Yeah.
You know, it is so like the orgasm does not need to be like the. A lot of
No.
people think the orgasm is the most important part because
No.
it's like, oh, that's what it. But
It's what you're building up to.
exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
But like, it's all about the journey, not the
Sure it is.
destination.
Sure it
You
is.
know, the way you get there is the most like it's the most memorable part, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else we want to say for that one?
I don't think so. Yeah, I was gonna say we've got a good 15-ish minutes left.
If you want, we can read this last, like, the good question, and then we can kind of just riff it for a little bit.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Check to see if you've got any lover callers in the form.
Yeah, that's
probably.
refreshing.
No.
I'm not seeing anything.
That's
That is
all right.
okay.
Quite yet. That might change.
all right.
That
That's
might
okay.
change.
That's
Hint,
who
hint.
knows. Who knows?
Nudge, nudge.
Who knows?
listeners.
Nudge.
Wink,
Yeah,
nudge,
wink,
nudge.
wink, nudge, nudge.
Please.
Yes, but
For
yeah,
the audio listeners,
for
I
the
am
audio
winking
listeners
and
out there.
nudging.
Please, I'm on my knees.
Yes, please,
This
please,
is
please,
actually-
please.
yeah, this is actually a really good question. I like this one. So this person says, I'm a girl, and my trans girlfriend has been talking to me about how she wants me to be more chivalrous in the relationship. I know there's things like holding doors for her and stuff like that, but what else could I do to make her feel validated and comfortable?
That is a really
That is a
good
great
that's a
question,
really good
first of
question.
all.
I am ready for
That
this
stems
Go
beyond.
for
Thank you
it.
for the excellent
Okay.
question.
Thank
That's
you,
just a
thank
good
you for the
question.
excellent question.
But genuinely.
Yeah.
But genuinely, thank you for the excellent question.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have several ways, like just to be chivalrous. I can't speak. I'm so
Well,
tired.
it's again,
But-
it's 12. yeah,
Yeah, it's 12:40 in the morning.
Words
It's
are
totally
hard.
understandable.
But like something I have done in the past is I every single month on a random day, just to surprise like my exes in the past, I would always get them flowers. Now, like that would be either the $4 rose from Wegmans because it was always $4, and
Love.
or you could always do like make paper ones or
Yes.
just making
Yes.
like the paper ones are always a little bit cheaper, but like just doing something like that just to be a little chivalrous, like just to surprise, make them feel special. Like always doing that kind of helps. Another thing is like just my thing is I like giving things, so I like
Me too.
would make them like little hearts, or I would write them letters. And like what again in X in the past, what we did was we would write like stupid letters.
Yeah.
Like oh, you're pretty today. we would put it. We would. I actually had a wax seal for this, and I would
Aw.
put.
Wait,
Like,
that's actually so
I
cute.
love that.
And their favorite scent was like vanilla, so I would get like vanilla candle.
Oh.
And then they always wore lipstick. I hated lipstick
Mm.
personally. Not unless it was on me.
Understandable.
Unless it was.
I don't mind it.
I
But
get it.
like they would like just even do that. No words, just that. Like things like that are really cute, just to make them feel special, to be like more chivalrous in like a sweet thing, like just doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's always so nice for them, and it's always nice for you because you're like making them feel better, and you want to make your partner feel better. You want to make them happy. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
yeah. Any other like? Yeah.
Shoot.
I can keep on going.
What else you got?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. So another thing is, like, if they were ever sick, what I would do is I wouldn't like like go to them, but like if I had to stay away, I always knew their favorite type of chicken noodle soup, and I would always get them a can, put it at their door like after work, because I used to work at Wegmans. Love Wegmans. And then
I do too.
Well, now,
So
yeah,
does
now
Ross
that we know
Salino.
Selena, yeah.
And then I would, like, after work, I would just go up to them, like, go up to their door, put it down there. There was one time, though, their mom caught me, and I was like, we're going to call her Elise. Hi, Elise. Like, can you give this? Can you give this to them? Like, please, please, please. Because I just always, and it was cheap, like, little things to do, but I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It always made them feel special, and then they would call me after. They're like, "Did you put a can of chicken noodle soup
That is
at
so
my
funny.
door?" And I'm
Like,
like,
what?
"Me?
I would do
maybe,
that.
maybe."
I would never do that.
I was,
Then
yeah.
After like, they got like one of those doorbells that you could like see out of.
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah,
gosh,
the ring
the
doorbell,
ring.
yeah.
I would always like once I got that, that was fun because I could like do a little, little
Oh,
kiss.
that's cute.
Like things like that, just to make them feel special. I always is fun. Now, when it comes to more actions, there is holding open the door, but there's also like little things like holding the umbrella for them. My dad always told me like for example at prom, like look, it is their prom. You are the eye candy. You're supposed to be the trophy husband. I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
okay, so,
Yeah.
That's so cute.
always like leading them to in dances. Like I'm a bad dancer, but I would always like try to like make them
Yep.
look better.
Yep.
Like try to
Aw.
make them spin. Which for those who don't really know me physically, I'm a little bit shorter, so I would have to like wear heels, which those are awful. But it always made them feel good and like making them feel like special, as I said, like a princess in a way. Now, other actions are like holding their hand if they're comfortable with that, or very small things at PDA. Not to go overboard with that, but like little things like a kiss on the cheek if they're comfortable with it, and like things like that always like made them feel better in a way. I can keep on going if y'all.
Oh yeah, I'm totally with you. There are so many things that I love to do, even if like if my girlfriend's just had a rough week or just a rough day or something like that. I love being able to just do those little things, and I got her flowers when because she's here in town this weekend. She came into town last night, came to my apartment, and she looked and she saw that I had gotten her a bouquet of flowers. She was like, "What is that?" And I said, What is that? How did those get there?
Who did that?
Who did this?
That's so
Yeah,
cute.
but yeah, I love doing things like that because it's a lot of things like that, and it doesn't even have to be going out and buying anything.
Yeah.
It can be as simple as writing
Mm-hmm.
writing something sweet on a sticky note.
Yeah.
You know, and giving it to them.
That is so
Just
sweet.
something to show that you care.
Yeah.
You know, and something to show your love and support for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It can be so small or it can be so grand.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
I will say, in the past, we have mentioned like making playlists for like
Yes.
like that
Yeah.
is kind of chivalrous, you know. Like,
Sure
that
it
is,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like
I have one for electrician.
especially like long distance relationships. I
Yes.
think having stuff like that where it's not physical, or it's just something that you can like send to them, or even stuff like if you are long distance, like kind of sending that text that's like thinking of you, or
Yep.
like just like whenever you're thinking about them,
Yeah.
or you know, stuff like that. There was one thing I saw. They are expensive, but if you are a physical touch person, there's these things called like Bond touch bracelets.
Ah, yes.
Which I think are so cool.
Yep.
Back a while back when I was dating Princess Zelda, like way back, I thought about getting those, and then we didn't.
Yeah.
But because they were expensive, and I was like a freshman, sophomore.
Yeah. I
but
did have one.
Really?
Yeah, when I was a senior in high school, my ex-girlfriend and we had them.
Good on y'all.
Yeah.
I could
But
not,
we weren't like long distance. We went to the same high school. So.
which I think is okay, because I did think it was that one, and I was gonna be like at the end, be like, that's kind of crazy. But
We used to do, we'd be like sitting, but it was kind of cool. Like we'd be sitting in classes and we'd like
touch it. Wait, that's actually kind of cute.
Yeah, it was
Wait,
always
okay,
the.
actually, hold on.
Yeah, it was like the, like we always knew to tap. It was 3 times for I love you.
I like that,
Yep.
but I feel like I would just tap my wrist like
Yeah.
tap 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 tap.
I did. I would accidentally tap it sometimes, and I'd be like, "Oh, jeez."
Shoot, sorry.
I know I'd accidentally tap it, and I'd feel a buzz. I'm like, I gotta tap it 2 more times.
I'm sorry. I gotta make sure.
I'm like, we gotta lock this in,
Yeah,
guys.
but those are cute. They are expensive, but
Ah,
they
high
are really
school.
cute. Oh my god, high school.
Because I was also the type of guy who was wearing my girlfriend's scrunchie back then.
Oh, that is
Now,
so
mind you,
cute,
this
though.
was way after it stopped being cool. Way after the trend was
That's
over.
rough. But I still think that's cute, though.
Oh yeah,
I really
like
I
we're
think-
talking like 5 years after the trend was over.
Oh.
I was still rocking that scrunchie, and I was the only one.
I remember making my ex, like I went to a sewing class and like I had very short hair that I can't use a scrunchie, but like I made like 17 of them, so I like gave them all to like my ex at the time who had longer hair, and like they loved it. They would wear them like every single day. There was one that they didn't, but it had a cute bow on it that I also
That's
got for them.
cute.
But like it was so cute.
That's adorable.
Oh.
I just thought about there was a note because when we all were talking about notes, when I asked Princess Zelda to Radio Banquet. It was like the day before because we had done a bit that I was taking Victoria Justice to Banquet, but then we were like, let's scrap that. And so I stayed up all night. I ordered flowers and some of her favorite stuff from Walmart, and I had it delivered to my house at 7 in the morning.
Oh.
And I stayed up making this like little, I looked on Pinterest and I was like, love letters for girlfriend, love letters for girlfriend. And so there was this one where you could like cut it into a little heart and it would fold out. And so I made one of those and I like decorated it and it said, will you go to Banquet with me? Which was nice because I never got, I'm dating myself as a graduate of high school in 2020. But
yeah.
I never got a promposal.
I never got my senior
I never got
prom.
my senior prom. So like
Yeah.
doing something like that was actually kind of nice.
I was always the one doing the promposals.
I
did the promposals.
Yeah, I would
but-
do it while I was in the relationship still.
I mean I feel like that's something that
yeah,
you
I'd
should
still do it like I would still do it. Even there were like we went to a dance. We'd been together for a year,
Mhm.
and I still did it.
I always did them, but there was one where I went all out, and it was because me and my ex at the time, they were supposed to go with someone, and then the guy just bailed on them.
No.
So we both cornered them, like, after, like, oh my God, you need to, like, come here, like, there's something serious we need to talk about.
Oh.
And then, like, it was in front of my locker, and I hid, like, balloons in there.
Aw.
And like we did a whole thing where there was a sign, there was balloons, there was chocolate, and like
That's so cute.
it was so cutesy. And then I had to explain to my parents, no, I'm not polyamorous, but
I'm just taking my friend to the prom. It's fine.
Yeah.
No, there was
Go to the prom with your friends.
absolutely you can go to the prom with your friends.
I never did, but you can.
Well, I also didn't, but that wasn't, But that reminds me of in 8th grade, I got asked to the 8th grade formal. This kid, he is like the same age as me, but I'm going to say this kid. He texted me and he was like, "Have you seen The Office?" And I was like, "No," because I was in middle school. And he was like, "Okay, look up this specific episode." And it was the Pretzel Day episode. And so I was like, okay. And I watched it. And then while we were at drama club practice for The Sound of Music, he was like, "Hey, can I see you in the cafeteria?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And so I went to the cafeteria and I was sitting there. And he had this whole presentation. And at the end, there was a little thing that said, "I love you as much as Stanley loves Pretzel Day."
That's awesome.
And it was, "Will you go to the formal with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was so cute." But it was so funny because also the cafeteria just had a ton of windows and like you could see into the hallway. And so his friends were out and you could see his friends out in the hallway being like, "You've
The
got
wingman.
this. You've got this."
That's awesome.
It was so
That
cute.
is awesome.
You get the thumbs up.
Yeah, you got this.
I did that for, speaking of prom, that was my junior prom. A friend of mine who, the best way I can describe him is he's the closest I've ever seen a human being to be Sheldon Cooper.
Oh my gosh.
No.
I love
Really?
him to death. Yes.
Wow.
He was one of my very good friends in high school. Absolutely love him. And he had been talking all year about how there was this girl, because we were juniors. There was a senior girl who we thought was really cute. That was the first time he'd ever really talked about, romance or anything like that. Senior prom. Imagine my surprise, or junior prom, when I look over and my buddy is asking the girl to dance, to slow dance, and she says yes.
Yes! Oh my Lord, I would be like, yes!
I almost dropped to the floor. Again, this was 2021, so that
That's
prom
so
was in
cute.
my high school's gym, and we
Yeah.
all wore masks.
Oh my gosh.
But
Yeah.
I almost dropped to the floor. It was awesome.
That's
it was
so cool.
it was awesome. Oh, it was so cool.
I love that.
Yeah. I don't know if like our listeners can like kind of see the pattern, but it's always something to like they use communication and
Oh,
you
yeah.
see what
Yeah.
your partner is comfortable with.
Oh, yeah.
And what they like that makes them feel special to kind of like cuz you don't want to be like chivalrous and then take them to, for example, medieval times and they are a vegetarian and they only have meat. Like,
yeah.
Like,
Although, if you take them to the dinosaur barbecue thing that's happening this weekend, they do have a veggie option.
This weekend?
Yeah. Well, next weekend.
Yeah,
Next
the
weekend, I'm sure this weekend the Big Blue Bash has veggie options
They-
as well.
we do.
But the dinosaur barbecue that's happening next week or next weekend, they have veggie options.
By Spectrum Entertainment.
Yes, get your free
Yeah.
tickets if you're a student.
Yeah, you do need to go to the ticket office, but
It's not a
it-
hassle. They
it
literally
is-
just print you the ticket.
Yeah, it's free for students.
Yeah, and then I think like $12 for faculty and,
yeah.
and other
Yeah.
people. But
it
Yeah.
should.
It's
be
real good.
fun. It should be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there is, well, technically later today because it is basically 1 a.m.
that's oh my
Um,
gosh,
Yep.
it is. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, like there. I'm okay. I'm not gonna out myself, but there is gonna be a table that I'm gonna be helping at, where we're gonna have different tea, sandwiches, like sugar cubes.
Yes.
And it's gonna be really cute.
I
So
wanna
y'all
visit.
should
I want to visit that.
stop by.
pull up.
And if y'all want to challenge, if you know me, if y'all want to challenge me to Gaga Ball, You'll
nope.
lose, but you can challenge.
I
I have
just
never
learned what
played.
that
I've
is
never. I
today.
was gonna say I've never played Gaga Ball in my life. I've heard so much about it. I've heard not horror stories, but like scary stories, and I will not be trying because I will get too competitive and I will break a nose.
I used to play it at like a camp, and I used to be a champion at it. Mind you, I was also like everyone was teenagers, and I used to felt bad, and like my arm would sting afterwards. I had bruises. It was great.
I'm sure.
You laid it all on the line for the love of the game.
Again, I've heard horror stories from
Oh,
Gaga
yeah.
Ball. So,
Yeah.
but this was really nice.
Yeah,
I loved this.
This was the 6th time that we have done this.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh, we were
6? No.
5th? When did we
4th.
4th?
Yeah, this
was
fall
last-
2024.
Yeah.
Was the first time that we did this Lovercall as a part of Radiothon. We have one Lovercall episode left.
Oh my gosh,
It
don't even
is
talk
our-
to me.
I
Don't
know.
even talk to me. Don't even talk
It
to me.
is our taste test episode this upcoming Wednesday night at 10 o'clock on WDVL and FredoniaRadio.com.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We will taste test various edible sexual materials with
Yes.
our guests
Mhm.
and
I'm excited.
rate them, see how good they are. Hopefully we get some good stuff. Looking forward to that. But yeah, that just about wraps it up for us. But again, stay tuned. There's a lot of really cool shows that are going to be on the rest
So
of the way.
excited. So excited.
Yeah, of course, with capping off with the Big Cheeseburger Challenge that will get started at 11 a.m.
Yes.
Stay tuned for that and everything else. This has been so much fun.
Yes.
And we will hopefully catch you all on Wednesday. Enjoy
Absolutely,
the rest of your Radiothon and the rest of your weekend.
Happy Saturday.
Bye.